I haven't had the great fortune of seeing your penis. I'm sure you have a great penis. I have a great penis. Great penises. I'm just saying, we were circumcised. These are great penises.
Mine is great.
Right? It's good to own it. Own that you have a great penis. Is it pretty? You have a pretty penis?
Oh my God. Sorry, Olivia. You can leave, dude. This is inappropriate.
Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A Mother's Dream premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine. It's a Good Guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys. We're just so good guys. Whoa.
Benny and Joshy, you'll never guess what we're talking about. It has to do with Lena Dunham shirtless. Go for it, Ben.
Benny and Joshy, watching girls 20 years late. Benny and Joshy, there are a lot of breasts.
There are, right?
Yeah. First of all, shout out Lena Dunham. I misjudged you, okay? I misjudged you. This is a wonderful show. It's great, complex characters. Super talented, no question. That said, I literally feel like she wrote this show just so she could be naked. She's naked 100% of this show. When she doesn't need to be naked, she's naked. Like in those, there's a bathtub scene, right? She's under bubbles. All of a sudden, for no reason, she just readjusts so you see a nipple. Like, she's always naked.
Right.
I didn't know. I love the show. I didn't know that this was Adam Driver's big break. He's awesome. So good. So talented. I'm trying to think who else is in it, but this is like, it's like gay Sopranos. That's girls for HBO. It's Sopranos for the LGBTQ community and me. Like, that's what it is.
Like Paige watched it, but she's like a girl from Southern California. But it was while it was on the air. I mean, you're a little young. I feel like you were a little bit young for it when it was on the air, right?
I think I was in college.
Was it like affirming for New York girls? Was it like their anthem? Like was it their shit? During that time?
I don't remember anybody talking about girls. I don't, but I have my head in my ass all the time. I remember them talking about Gossip
I just think you
Girl.
were a little young.
Maybe I was. When did it come out, Olivia? Do you know when Girls came out?
2010?
2012.
Okay. So I mean, I was 20. Like, it's not.
Yeah, but I feel like that it was certainly like a late 20s, like because it's grown up, like it's properly grown up.
It is a lot of mental health, a lot of drug use, it's serious topics. It's like the reason that I like it is because it's funny, lighthearted, well written, but really does touch on some very serious shit. And like we're in the middle of season 3. Hannah has terrible, which is Lena Dunham, terrible OCD, and just jammed a Q-tip literally into her brain that I like, oh, why are you doing that? Which like I'll never use a Q-tip again. Like that scene scarred me. But yeah, it gets deep. But yeah, Girls is really good. We watched The Crown, Josh. I've been watching a ton of TV. We want to stay on Girls or we want to hop around?
Well, I want to know because I think I deserve, or I think I need to do a bit of an apology, even though it was all in my head. I never said anything publicly, but I think I was like everyone else where I was really hard on Lena Dunham, to your point. And I think like I've seen her recently with her new look, and if she believes it, she was recently quoted saying like, what would she tell her younger self? And it was something to the effect of like, calm down, girl. Like, you're not that special. You're not that important. And like, you could like worry 50% less and be as or more successful than you were. And I certainly could have said that to myself in my 20s. And I think that certainly there was stuff, that she said or did where I think just naturally people like it people had strong opinions towards, but I give her credit. And I will say, I'm interested to hear what you and Olivia have to say about this. Like, I think like I have respect for people when they're so universally like beat up publicly and then they like somehow walk through it and come out the other side. I'm like, like, I think this is like the time to welcome them back with a warm embrace.
I mean, she did do it to herself though. Like,
Right.
I know you
Say
haven't.
more.
I know
Say
you.
more.
I know you haven't watched the show, but if you watch the show, and I would recommend it because it's 25-minute episodes. It's like a quick, easy watch. It's not like one weekend or something. Binge it.
Yeah.
She is the least likable character, and she wrote it, Josh. So she wrote herself. It's almost like she hates herself. The way that she wrote it and portrayed herself. Like you look at this woman that is 100%, like 100% naked all the time, covered in tattoos, makes poor decision after poor decision after poor decision, is just like a complete nutcase. And she wrote it and she depicted herself like this and she did it. And like you're watching it and it's not like when people hate Sarah Jessica Parker in what the fuck is that show called?
Sex in the City.
Sex in the City. My God. It's not like when people hate, like, because like people love to hate her in that, right? But objectively, like, there's nothing really wrong.
Not at all.
There is so much wrong with Hannah, Lena Dunham's character in this show. She's a horrible friend. She's a horrible daughter.
And is it the personification of what people don't like about like the liberal coastal elite of like pretentious and smug, at least the character?
Like no, like not even like she's so awful. She's so awful. Like she is a narcissist when she can't be. You look at this person, this being, you're like, you're a narcissist? How are you a narcissist?
Oh,
and at the same time,
narcissism goes free reign.
I know, and at the same time, she hates herself. It's like so
hating yourself is on the other side of is on the same coin of narcissism. It's just the other side because it's self-obsession.
Exactly, and it's wild. So I understand why everybody hates or hated Lena Dunham, but if you take it a step further, you realize for her to act like that and write like that, she is so unbelievably talented. If you can make me hate you that much, you're a brilliant actress and you're a brilliant writer. And so I don't like her because I don't like her character, but I have unbelievable amounts of respect for her. She's incredibly talented. And yeah, I also wonder what percentage of it is Judd Apatow because he's also on it. And the lightheartedness feels like every great lighthearted Judd Apatow movie or show I've ever seen. So I wonder if it's just the combo that she is everything negative and he swoops in with like that lighthearted, funny, quirky, I don't know. But taking it at face value, she's incredibly talented.
Yeah, I think the Judd magic when it comes to someone very, very talented and then he can come in there from like a 30,000 foot view and just be like, move your troops a little to the left. Like,
yeah,
I think that's his special sauce is like making super talented people even better.
Then that's why the show works.
Yeah.
Because it's the combo. It's the combo. And yeah, I like it a lot. It's really good.
Interesting. Olivia, what do you think about Lena Dunham?
I have only seen like an episode or two of Girls, so I need to like get back into it myself. But I definitely had that like perception of her just because I was like quite young too. So I had just heard her name thrown around in like negative ways most of my life. And then recently, I think like when I picked up the show, I was like, oh, this is Lena Dunham. I like didn't put it together fully. And I agree with you that like, when you've had so much ridicule and like, I mean, I didn't even know or consume much of anything that she had done and I didn't really have a good impression of her. So like, I think, as people grow, it's good to give grace and I'm excited to see what she does in the future too. And hopefully can have like a bit of a, turning point in the public eye.
Yeah, I don't think she will. But I don't like, I am not betting on a Lena Dunham renaissance. I'm not.
I think it's starting. I think it's happening.
Maybe. I'm stuck in 2012, Lena Dunham. So if anything that's happening in 2025, I'll find out in 2040.
Right. He hasn't even dealt with James Gandolfini's passing yet.
No. What do you mean? I'm only on season 3.
Yeah, it's a fascinating. I don't know. I'm really down to try to like the people that people hate and dislike the people that people love. Like,
totally.
I think that's me. I think that's Josh approaching 40.
No, but it's interesting. Like kids on TikTok love to say this. We made the right person famous. You know how you see that like on like these like viral characters?
Yes.
And you're just like, and it's just like, ugh, like yuck. Anybody that's writing that about somebody else, I hate you.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
Sorry.
you are.
Just because you brought up Sopranos, I wanted to say one thing. I told you this. I think I told you this like in real time in the hospital. The only thing that helped me sleep was I would close my eyes and I would unintentionally, I would count Sopranos. The way that people count sheep, this is me. I would lay my head on the pillow and I would say, "Hi, Tony Soprano. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Ben. Come into my house. This is my wife, Carmela. This is my daughter, Meadow. This is my son, AJ. Oh, this is my grandma, Livia. This is my uncle, Junior. These are my friends, Frankie, Pussy, Christopher. This is Artie Bucco. And this is Dr. Melfi." And I would be out like a light in 15 seconds. Do I have problems?
Clearly, I mean, you're on this podcast. And you missed his consigliere, Silvio.
Shit, Silvio.
Paulie Walnuts.
I said Paulie. I said Frankie.
Adriana.
Yeah.
So good. Wait till you meet Furio. Oh my God. What a character.
Of course I know Furio. What are you nuts?
All right.
Furio the Italian stallion. He's an import. He's imported goods.
Straight.
He's like buffalo mozzarella, that Furio. We fly him in. He's fantastic.
Oh, man.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Shopify, folks. We told you, come to Shopify. Take your small idea and make it a reality. Take something that you thought was a hobby and make it into a business. Shopify's end-to-end site lets you take something that you never thought you could make money from, and all of a sudden you can monetize it, right? You have a side hustle where you're making some merchandise and you want to sell it. You should be throwing it up on Shopify using their AI tools to really blow out your site, and you can collect payment on there. You can use some of their preset options where you can design out your website exactly how you want. They have these beautiful templates. I'm telling you, folks, if you're not using Shopify to build your website end to end, you're totally nuts. Right, Josh? How great is Shopify?
Maybe you're doing leather work, pottery. Maybe you're making merch with my picture on it, unauthorized, and I'm not making a penny off of it. As long as you're making money, I'm okay with it. This is visual permission.
Yes, and don't worry, we'll sue you. Okay,
yes,
it's fine.
I send out cease and desist like it was nothing.
It's no problem at all. You make the money, we then take the money on the back end. It's great.
No problem. I'm lawyered up.
It's basically like we're in business together with Shopify.
Let's role play, Ben. Okay, let's role play. I'm gonna be the inner monologue of the people watching this, and you tell me how Shopify's gonna solve my problems.
Excellent.
I have this amazing side hustle, but how will I ever have a website?
You can go to shopify.com/goodguys today, pick from one of their pre-made templates and set up a website like that. There are AI tools that can help you write. They can help your pictures look better. They can help you end-to-end payment processing. Everything happens on Shopify.
But I have no way of accepting payment. I'm just a regular old person who went to a state community college.
Well, wake up and smell the roses because Shopify does that too. Okay, what are you, living under a rock? Shopify is end to end.
I don't talk to my dad anymore.
Well, Shopify can help you with that as well.
Because if you're super successful, your deadbeat dad will come back into your life. I'm still waiting.
You can also use Shopify, Josh, maybe to set up an AI therapist where you can pretend like you're talking to your dad.
I don't think Shopify offers that.
You can set up any website you want. They can do anything.
They do offer that.
You can set up a website where you can buy your dad, buy minutes with your dad. $15 for 15 minutes to talk to a random dad.
I love you, son.
Shopify.com/goodguys. Take your side hustle and turn it into your real hustle.
You're crushing TV. Wait, we all want to hear. So the beautiful Ruby now, our first episode back, we heard about the birth. And as we all know, 8 days later is the ceremony of all ceremonies. It's little baby Jewish Super Bowl. It's the bris. It's the circumcision. Walk us through.
So first of all, if you are Jewish or if you are not Jewish and you still want to do a bris or it's a beautiful ceremony, I just have to say. They do it in the hospital as well, and that's great. But if you're having a bris, make sure that your mohel comes from a long line of mohels, is a nice guy, a normal guy. Meet him. Okay.
A mohel for the three Gentiles who listen are rabbis who have been trained in the art of circumcision. They're rare. They're hard to come by, which means there's a big premium on them. And I'm just telling you, you cannot be replaced by AI. So get into it, mohels. Sorry.
Yes. No. 1,000%. And the right mohel or the right rabbi who does the circumcision is not some random guy with a pair of scissors, okay? This guy, I'll shout him out by name because he was amazing, Dr. Katzenstein. Not Dr. Katzenstein, Rabbi Katzenstein. He might as well be a doctor. He shadowed surgeons at Columbia. He's not just picking up a pair of scissors and like doing this willy-nilly.
Stop saying it like that. You're gonna make people anti-Semitic. It's much more clinical than you think it is.
So clinical. Went into it, feeling good. Let me tell you, Josh, this boy's penis is pristine. Pristine. It's fantastic. But jumping back to the beginning, we have a bris. A bris, you go in the morning, you pray, it's beautiful. You then have the snipping, okay? It's very emotional. We had about 150 people there. There was only one person missing, Josh, but it is what it is.
I'm sorry. I would have loved to be there.
And it was amazing. And we then had, my God, did Claudia, she threw a bar mitzvah. My dad catered, but it was golf themed. We had little baby soffer golf balls and like the whole omelet stations and takeaways. And it was insane. And it was amazing. And the snipping itself was sad, but he handled it like a champ. My dad held him. It was a very special moment. And the rabbi did an unbelievable job.
And was Claudia removed at that point?
She was there. No, she was there for the whole thing.
Did she stand right there? Because sometimes I've seen the wives kind of be like huddled around by the women. Like
yes, huddled around by the women away. For sure. Yes. Sorry, I thought you meant like was she not in the room at all? No, she was away from it. Did not need to see it. I didn't look. I can't look at that stuff. I closed my eyes. I was right there. I hope my dad didn't look. I don't know if he did or didn't. And it was incredibly special. And thank God he did a great job. And but those are the only diapers. Those you feel really badly about. Like post circumcision, you're then changing diapers, but there's a different process now. You have to make sure that the poop gets nowhere near that fresh cut penis because you could get an infection. You have to tuck it. You have to apply the stuff.
We've talked about it before, and I do think that like when they came to pick Max up to have his circumcision the day after he was born, right up until that moment, having grown up Jewish and like having had second thoughts about it, as we're walking down the hallway, in my brain, I just went, this is barbaric. This is sick. And I will say,
it's your baby boy, and they're taking scissors to his penis.
Stop calling it scissors. It's not scissors. It's a scalpel. Okay.
It's scissors.
No, it's not.
It's literally these they're little scissors.
No. Then he used a form of tweezers. It's like a clamp off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of baby wieners, they need to make sure that like everything looks good before they perform the circumcision. So you have to FaceTime the mohel and show the baby's wiener.
That's bad. That's sending up some red flags and whatever FBI agents watching your phone.
1,000%. Like, what is this rabbi doing on FaceTime with a baby wiener once a day?
I'm also a bit. I had a moment where I passed out once from like a mini surgery that I was watching. I told you this.
I don't think so.
I was dating a girl who got a staph infection in her knee, and her knee blew up. And so we went to urgent care because we were just like idiot 19-year-olds. And we're just like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, go to the emergency room, Josh. Like her knee is falling off. And this doctor was this Persian cat who was like, let me take care. And he just, he didn't, I remember he didn't numb it, nothing. Cause he was like, it's completely swollen. Like the skin is dead. And he gave her antibiotics, and then he cut that shit open. He just sliced it open. And I just remember staring at it and then waking up with my legs in the air and a nurse waving smelling salt under my nose. And so now I think I worry about that. But now I've watched so much of The Pit, I think I'd be fine.
I think that you saw something that you weren't supposed to see. I think most people would pass out from something like that. That's a lot.
I was not expecting.
Seeing a leg cut open completely out of the blue, that's a lot. That's a lot. So I give you a pass there.
Much.
I don't think you would have passed out if you saw your son's circumcision. I don't. I think you would have felt really fucking sad about it, which is why we don't watch it. That said, I haven't had the great fortune of seeing your penis. I'm sure you have a great penis. You haven't seen had the great fortune of seeing my penis. I have a great penis. Great penises. I'm just saying, we were circumcised. These are great penises.
Mine is great.
Right? It's good to own it. Own that you have a great penis. Is it pretty? You have a pretty penis?
Oh my God. Sorry, Olivia. You can leave, dude. This is inappropriate.
By the way, she's not in the room with me. I forgot.
It's great. It's great. It's really great. It's like one thing I've never had a complex about.
Yeah, which is huge. Imagine looking down. And
it is huge. Like, no, sorry.
Imagine looking down and being like, damn, that's unfortunate. That would suck.
That would suck. But I'm also like, I've been plagued by so much insecurity my whole life. But like the go-to male insecurity has been like size and shape and thing and the whole thing. And I'm just like, I don't have any of that. Like, It works great. No complaints. Stoked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
My voice just got deeper.
Wakes up in the morning ready to go to work. He's ready.
It's just great. Although have you had any friends, again, I think we hang out with different crowds, but have you had friends who in their 30s are not necessarily because they really need it, but they don't mind it, are starting to take like a Viagra or a Cialis recreationally?
If they are, they're not telling me about it. I haven't had one friend call me and tell me that he's taken something like that. So no.
I never have taken one, but I know that I have friends who are like, who for all intents and purposes have like dated a lot and slept around and had a good old time. And they're like, oh, I just got on this and it's great.
Well, I've told this story a long time ago on the podcast when I took Mucinex D. You remember this story?
Tell me more.
I took Mucinex D.
Off label.
And in the middle of the night, I woke up with, oh my God, the most painful erection that would not go away for 3.5 hours. And we checked the packaging, and in like 1% of people, it can cause erectile dysfunction. So while I haven't taken those
Sounds like erectile function.
That's true. Erectile function. While I've never taken a Viagra, Cialis, etc., in my experience, brief experience, having a boner when you don't want one and you can't get it to go away is hell. I get that maybe you want it at that point, but you don't want it for 4 hours, Josh. What are they doing? Are they fucking for 4 hours? It never goes down.
I think they've now made the pills as such where you can kind of command it when necessary, and then it kind of goes back into a resting function. It's just when you get hot and bothered, it's vital.
It's stiff. Stiff as a board.
It's powerful.
Okay, we can pivot.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel glad I've never needed that.
Thank God, Josh. Thank God. Wake up every day. Thank God for my schmeck. This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. From vacation rentals to hotels across the U.S., Booking.com has the ideal summer stay for absolutely anyone, even those who might seem impossible to please. Whether you're booking for yourself, your partner, your sleep light, rise early mom, or your high-maintenance group chat, you can find exactly what you're booking for on Booking.com. Booking.yeah, one of the greatest slogans of all time, Booking.com, Booking.yeah. I digress. If you are looking for anything related to a vacation, Booking.com has it for you. Okay? Are you looking for a kitchenette because you want to flip some gorgeous omelets overlooking a beautiful vista? You can find that on Booking.com. Do you need 800 thread count sheets? You can probably find that in your bed, in your rental that you got from booking on booking.com. Booking.yeah. Okay, are you an influencer that needs incredible lighting? Ugh, I want to throw up, but you can find that on booking.com, folks. You can find anything and more. My wife, she loves to sing. Perhaps maybe we want to soundproof the walls so that our neighbors don't get upset. She's just going to sing. We're going to soundproof. We can find that on booking.com. We can literally find a hotel room with soundproofing, okay, on booking.com. Booking.yeah. Folks, if I can find my perfect stay on booking.com, absolutely anyone can. So find exactly what you're booking for on booking.com, booking.yeah. Book today on the site or the app. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at OpenPhone. Folks, if you're running a business, every missed call is money left on the table. Think about the last time you had a plumbing emergency. If the first plumber didn't answer, did you wait? Or call the next one on the list? Chances are you moved on because you're smart. With OpenPhone, you'll never miss an opportunity to connect with your customers because OpenPhone is the #1 business phone system that streamlines and scales your customer communications. It works through an app on your phone or computer, so no more carrying 2 phones or using a landline. What are you, nuts? With OpenPhone, your team can share one number and collaborate on customer calls and texts like a shared inbox. That way, any teammate can pick up right where the last person left off, keeping response times faster than ever. Plus, with AI-powered call transcripts and summaries, you'll be able to automate follow-ups, ensuring you'll never miss a customer interaction again. So whether you're a one-person operation drowning in calls and texts, been there, or have a large team that needs better collaboration tools, OpenPhone is absolutely a no-brainer. See why over 50,000 businesses trust OpenPhone to manage their businesses' calls and texts. So folks, OpenPhone is offering my listeners 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/goodguys. That's OPENPHONE.com/goodguys. And if you have existing numbers with another service, don't worry. OpenPhone will port them over to you at no extra charge. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers.
A nice thing that I do with Max and Shy at night is we say a prayer at night, and I think it could be a fun thing to do with Rubes.
I love it.
Ruby.
I love it.
We do the Shema, and then
Beautiful.
we say a little prayer for to honor mom's side of the religion, and then
Beautiful.
but it's really just I always say thank you God for mommy, Maxie, Shy, and the baby, and then we call out anybody else who needs extra prayers, and then in my career, and then no kidding. And then we end it with a little "in your name we pray" to shout out my wife because I didn't grow up saying that. And then
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a nice thing.
I love that.
Mhm.
I love that. I will 100% be doing that with Mr. Ruby, who is just, God, he's so cute. Ruby Booby. That's what I call him, Ruby Booby.
Were
Or
there-
Rubinson. Rubinson Boobinson. The names are just crazy.
Oh, the Russian ruble, the Reuben sandwich. It's so good, Ruby Tuesday. Maybe he'll
Ruby
be Ruby
Tuesday.
Friday. He's a little more get
Do you
excited.
remember Ruby Foos?
Yeah, sure.
So I call him Ruby Foo also. And what I want to do, Josh, his second birthday is going to be Ruby Twos. It's going to be Asian fusion themed.
Love
You
it.
like that? Right?
Love.
Oh, ooh. And maybe we just buy back because the chain is dead. Maybe we just buy back Ruby Foos, and it's his. That's his legacy, Ruby Foos.
Done.
And I now honestly, what I call him most, I call him Mr. Foo. That's what I call him.
Do you want
Mr.
to?
Foo.
Do you want to mention? Were there any other name contenders that were really close? Possible choices.
There was, but Claudia doesn't want me mentioning it because
you might use them.
we might use them.
Hot.
Yeah, but what I can tell you is that we were so close to naming him this other name that we literally submitted the birth certificate form with the other name.
Wow.
And the next day, the doctor or the nurse came in and she's like, "Okay, we have all of your discharge forms, except we never got the birth certificate." We're like, "What are you talking about? We filled it out. We gave it to you with all those other forms." And she's like, "No, we don't have it." And we took that as a sign and changed it. It was very close, though, to being the other name. And now I look at him and it's this. He couldn't have ever been that other name.
Now tell me this, because I was a little hurt. Not really.
Tell me.
Look, when and maybe to my wife's chagrin, but what can you do? The kid's 50% mine. When that baby comes out, because I'm having a baby in 2 weeks, when that baby comes out, we're going to have a 7 a.m. C-section, Baruch Hashem, God willing. Within 3 hours, Ben, you are getting an approved photo by me, not by my wife.
I felt bad.
Because you're Uncle Ben. I was like, where's my photo?
I'm happy that you said that you felt bad, because let me tell you, you were the first person that I texted a photo to.
Thank you. That means a lot.
I did not feel comfortable knowing how much it would have bothered Claudia texting people the photos until we left the hospital. She was so nervous because there are a lot of, I would say that the number one contingency of toasters, the number one occupation is nurses. Like that hospital was all toasters everywhere. And it's very disarming, or it's the opposite. It's very alarming. You don't feel, you just like, I know that they mean well, of course, but when you're in such a vulnerable state, you don't want people to know where you are, what time you're there. We've publicly spoken about how our doctor is Dr. Fox because he was Jackie's doctor, and we're so thankful for him. But people know that Dr. Fox is at Sinai West. So they know our hospital, then they know the time. She just didn't like it. So it was very hard for me. It was harder for my parents. Every single day, my dad, or like the whole day, he's like, I can't text a picture to your uncle. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, wait. I was like, just wait a day.
But what
I know.
What is, I totally hear you. But how does the nurse picture fear correlate with sending a picture to Brucey?
I think that the fear is that picture goes, well, my dad, of course, got pictures, but my dad shares things with everyone. Everyone. Like, my dad is Mr. Public Transportation. He loves a good bus. He'll go on the bus.
What a perfect man.
He'll go on the bus, and let me tell you, he will talk to the person next to him about me and show pictures of me or of Claudia. And I'm telling you, he easily could have just shown a picture of the baby to that person. Like, he doesn't think that way. He's so honest. He's like, so.
He's Hamish. He's gorgeous. He's proud.
He's Hamish. That's the perfect word. And he doesn't think of any of the potential downsides to a situation. So I think the fear was, send it to him, send it to uncle sends it to cousin sends it to somebody else. All of a sudden, I don't know.
Sure.
But to respect her wishes and just make her feel as comfortable as possible, I just waited. But just know you were literally first in line.
Thank you.
Literally first in line. So I could feel it. I'm happy that you told me that it upset you. I could feel
Not
it.
really. I listen.
Lightly. It was light. It was light.
No, and listen, if you do it on the second one, we're not talking. No, but it's your first kid. Like, I honor all experiences, and
I know.
You know, everything is right. Nothing is wrong. However you guys needed to do it is perfect.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing. It's crazy. All I want to do, I've built this platform persona for a decade. I can't share him. Do you know how hard that is? It's so hard. Now it's become easier. That day, I was like, I'm not going to show these people my greatest accomplishment. Like, I'm here telling you about business ventures. I talk about podcasts, Spirit Society, all this stuff. I can't show you Ruby. He's perfect. I can't show him to you. Not you. To like my followers, to people.
Yeah. Do you want to talk more about that? Because I understand, like, for me, I guess we always, and I'm a little bit more liberal. I totally respect just saying these kids will have anonymity until one day, if they grow up and they want to be public, they can choose that. But especially when they're babies, just because they're, they'll only be that way for a couple months. What made that decision to just say, we'll never show a picture ever?
I think we just made a hard and fast rule. I'm so with you. If we were to ever show a picture, it would have been right now, because their face is going to change, right? But I think it's a slippery slope. You post a picture of him. This is just our way of thinking. And they eat it up. They love it, right? Gets a million likes. It's the most liked photo. They want more. And it's like in us to want to give more. Like, that at least is the way that I was thinking about it. I would want to keep posting him. And so it was just like a hard and fast rule. And the The day that I knew that I would never post him is I won't mention who this influencer fashion blogger person is. But my sister called me. She's like, I was just in Central Park and I recognized the 4-year-old with the nanny in the park. The mother wasn't there. I recognized her. And that is fucking scary, Josh. It's fucking scary. To me, New York City is a different breed. It's a completely different breed. That baby is out with the nanny, with family, with whatever. And somebody that could not be a friend can recognize them when they're at their most vulnerable.
Sure.
Is very scary. So that's one reason. AI scares the shit out of me. But the main reason is safety.
And what do you do, like, eventually when you guys get invited to the, you know, the premiere of Renovation season 5? No. Like, you get invited to the premiere of the new Pixar movie. And of course you want to go and bring, you know, there's so many fun family things. And I go through this too, where we'll get invited to these great, like, family things and my kids have a ball at. But if I have to do like a photo, I'll always do it alone. But, you know, I won't help but notice that in the background of someone else's photo might be me and Max or me and Shy. But I guess it's just like you do your very best. You don't put them on your social and you live your life.
You do your very best. That's right. Do your very best. And if I see somebody taking a picture of him against my will, I will take that phone. And like, that's fucked up. Like, you don't take pictures of other people's kids intentionally.
Right.
Like when you're not friends with them and you don't know them. But yeah, it's just to do your best. I think about that all the time. Like, he's going to be in the world and people stop us and see us on a daily basis. So people are going to see him.
Right.
But it's more so just doing our best to guard against this weird world that we live in that isn't Hamish anymore.
But what if you have the next big AJ?
If we have
You're going to keep him from the world, you selfish.
If we have the next big AJ, then he'll let us know at 13 years old that he's ready to be big AJ. But I don't need a Rizzler at 9. Love him to death, but I don't need a Rizzler at 9. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at ButcherBox. Folks, I'm so excited about this sponsor. It's incredibly keto season. It's gorgeous meat. Big, beautiful meat cow season. It's fantastic. But folks, I digress. When dinner time hits and your fridge is full of question marks, ButcherBox has your back. Skip the last minute supermarket sweep or impromptu chop challenge with whatever's left in your fridge. ButcherBox delivers better meat right when you need it. Folks, delicious meat, gorgeous meat. You need meat delivered. You need meat delivered. It comes beautifully packaged. You can make a gorgeous filet mignon. They have a million cuts, ribeyes, you name it. ButcherBox is it because ButcherBox delivers better meat and seafood straight to your door, including 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, pork-raised, crate-free, and wild-caught seafood. All ButcherBox proteins are sourced from partners who meet strict animal welfare and sustainability standards. Thank God. That means no antibiotics or added hormones ever. None. Bupkis. Zip. Whether you're feeding a growing family or just feeding your big belly, ButcherBox offers curated or fully customizable plans that fit your schedule and your preference. Folks, it couldn't be easier. You're going on a trip. Perhaps you're going to the Cape. Yeah, that's right. Trips to the Cape. Get ButcherBox. Have the meat, have the seafood, have all the stuff, the chicken delivered right to your door. It's fantastic. And as a certified B Corp, ButcherBox is committed to high standards, from how the animals are raised to how their team supports workers and reduces environmental impact. Plus, every box ships free, always, and includes members-only perks like recipe inspiration, tips, and exclusive deals to help you make the most out of every meal. So folks, right now ButcherBox is offering our listeners $20 off their first box and free protein for a year. Go to butcherbox.com/goodguys to get this limited time offer and free shipping always. That's butcherbox.com/goodguys. ButcherBox.com/goodguys. Don't forget to use our link so they know we sent you.
Should we get to a speak pipe?
Yes.
If you want advice, you want to ask us questions, go to speakpipe.com/goodguys. Keep it brief. Brevity is key. We don't want your what are you nutses. They're not awesome. But other than that, keep it brief. Here's from Anonymous. Let's try it again. Here's from Anonymous.
Hey, good guys. Moron and Toaster here, coming to you with a what are you nuts that I need your thoughts on. My husband-to-be stands to wipe his butt after he's gone to the bathroom. I've never seen anything like that, never heard of that. Really would love your thoughts on, is this normal? Is this something worth not marrying him over? Obviously not the case. Love him so much, but what are you nuts? I've never seen that. Is this normal behavior? Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.
Well, not marrying him over. It's not like he doesn't wipe his ass. That would be not marrying over. He takes a shit and then he just puts on his underwear. You don't marry that guy. You're not marrying him because he stands up to wipe. Let me tell you something, Josh, okay?
Tell
Let me
me.
tell you something. When I've made a big old duty, you could catch me standing.
Okay.
At the end, the first wipe is attempted sitting. Okay? Always. But if you see that you're going to need to excavate a bit, I have no issues with a light standing wipe. I think it's a little bit weird if you take a shit and then immediately jump up and exclusively wipe when you're standing. But no, sometimes you need a hunch over. Get in there. And at this point, if you're still listening,
Someone help. Help. Somebody.
I'm sorry.
Help. You know,
Josh?
there's a song by Blippi, which you will know in the next year or so, the great children entertainer Blippi, that goes, I'm an excavator.
Okay.
Excavator. Hey, poop. See you later. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
I added that. I
Oh.
added that.
Oh, that's good though.
Josh,
Should we write children's songs?
Yes.
Oh my God, this could be our new renaissance. Children's books, children's songs.
Be-
We could be, you'll sing, I'll play the guitar.
I would love to. It's my dream.
We'll be a two.
Dude, if you really, I'm down. I've
Should we
always
be the
wanted
next
to do
Wiggles?
Yeah, man. I've always wanted to have my own version of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I'm talking puppets. I'm talking biracial postman. I'm talking.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not.
Yes.
I
No,
would
I'm
love
in.
it. I would love it. Great.
We'll call it Benny and Josh's Treehouse.
Okay, good working
will
title.
Will we get arrested?
Benny and Joshy's Kingdom. The
I love.
the Aya Boobies. Love it.
I love it too. So good. And then
The United Booby Emirates. Okay.
so good. UBE.
Okay, next one's from Jen.
Hey, Josh and Ben, a longtime moron and toaster. I have a what are you nuts for you. So I took my 16-month-old daughter to dinner tonight, and I got her the kids' mac and cheese. And there was a dedicated kids menu, okay? They had chicken tenders, pizza, and of course, mac and cheese. So I ordered the mac and
Delicious.
cheese. The waitress brings it out to me in a cast iron skillet and then proceeded to tell me not to touch the skillet because it's hot. Like, you know, when you go to a Mexican restaurant, you get a thing of fajitas and it comes out on a sizzling platter, like with the smoke coming out of it. That's how hot this was on the kids menu. Okay. This was a dedicated kids menu. And I was so floored by this. I literally was stunned into silence. I couldn't believe it. Like, what are you, nuts?
That's nuts.
Was it good?
I bet it was. Crumbly little top, like crunchy top.
Sounds amazing. Totally nuts for sure. But like, was it delicious? Like I want a skittled mac and cheese.
Yeah, more things should be in. I think you could actually make things healthier just by serving them in cast iron.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Sounds great. More things should be served in cast iron. It's also less cleanup. I just realized that. It's a real hack for the place.
And do cast iron cold. Your morning breakfast cereal in a cast iron?
Why not? I'm in.
A yogurt
Sure.
parfait in a cast iron?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm in. Okay.
Same here.
We'll
Well,
make a restaurant called Cast Iron. Everything in a cast iron.
it does upset me though on TikTok where people will be like, you can't clean your cast iron ever. Because I'm like, what? You got to season that thing.
Totally.
You know?
And you have to clean it. I don't even know what that means.
You can't clean it. You can't use soap. Can't do it.
You have to. Otherwise, it tastes like the last thing you ate.
That's the idea, Ben.
No, it's disgusting.
You're supposed to like, basically, from what I understand, is you like pour out the drippings and then you just take a wet paper towel and you clear it so that like it looks clean, but it flavors it. Because if you hit it with soap every time, you're losing all of that stuff. And then every like 5 to 10 times, you're supposed to do a salt rub where you just take like super coarse salt, pour it in, and then you like scrub it all out, and that's like re-seasons it. And then and then you have to put it on the fire again and then just cook oil by itself.
Too much work. I use soap. I don't
You're gonna palm-olive your cast iron?
Yeah, it's just not washing it. I saw a TikTok the other day that was somebody was like cutting fruit and then cut garlic, or cut garlic first and then cut fruit, and it was like, this was the fruit that I ate growing up. And it made me think about how I don't know if my mom didn't clean knives, but I distinctly remember that my cantaloupe sometimes would taste like garlic.
I know.
Did you have that?
Oh,
Do you know that?
Oh my God.
So funny. I saw that. I was like, oh my God, everybody lived the same life. Like, you're not going to clean the knife in between everything, but then your fruit tastes like garlic.
When I would see my mom reheat anything with tomato sauce and Tupperware, I'd be like, say goodbye to that Tupperware. That tomato sauce is now embedded in that shit.
Oh yeah. Fully. It's on fire.
It's over.
It's melted.
Next one from Anonymous.
Hi, good guys. I'm an extreme moron who really needs help. I recently just graduated college in the city that my boyfriend and I had both been living in. He's a few years older and accepted a job in a different city 1,000 miles away, and I decided to move to live with him in our new city. He has a 6-figure paying job, and because I just graduated, I don't have a job yet, but I'm actively applying. Our rent is super expensive, and I have to give him money every month. But this month, because I've been trying so hard to apply for jobs, I don't have a job yet. How do I go about having this financial conversation with him? I don't want to make it feel like I'm taking money from him or taking advantage from him, but I'm still really frustrated that I don't have a corporate job yet, even though I just graduated. Please let me know. Thank you.
I don't think we have enough information here. Like, what I would say is that the guy kind of sounds like a dick. Like, if he knows that you don't have a job, and the reason I said we don't have enough information is like, if you come from money and like maybe he thinks that like your parents can float you some money for rent, that's a different story. But like, if he knows your circumstance, he knows you don't have money, he's making you sweat it, like, that's not right. Like, if you know that your partner doesn't have a job, you should cover them. Or you should move to a cheaper apartment.
That's what I was saying. Like, a cheaper apartment would solve so much of this. And when someone moves out to be with the other person, moves to where they have the job, where they're set up, and it sounds, if it's true, like she's really working hard to find a job, and sometimes it takes a couple months, that the other partner needs to take on the financial burden if they don't want to be in constant stress and fighting.
Yeah, and like, didn't he have the apartment before she got there? Like, all of a sudden now he's a landlord? Like, it's weird. Like, didn't he sign up to pay the rent without her there? And now all of a sudden he's making his recently graduated girlfriend feel like shit every month because she can't afford to pay half of his rent that he was paying for already? Is chivalry dead?
I don't know, but haven't you grown up with those couples who like Venmo each other after dinner? And it's just like, now that's uncomfortable.
Yeah, I have, but at least they have like a mutual understanding that that's what they're going to do. This girl sounds like she's completely in the dark. Like, it's like, he knows that she doesn't have a job. So how would she have money? How could she afford it? Or he just like doesn't care?
Well, clearly she was affording it up to a certain point. So maybe she had a job. Maybe she had some say. I don't know. I don't know what
either.
the setup is.
But yeah, no, those people that Venmo each other after dinner that are in a relationship, that is a what are you nuts?
It's so crazy. Just like trade off. I'll get it. You get it. You get it.
Trade off.
Right?
For sure. Yeah. But that's how I am with my best friends too. Like, that's like I hate that. Like, if my closest friends, if I go to dinner with you, I'll pay for you. I'll grab it. I don't care. I'm not like, And then there is just this mutual understanding that next time you probably got me. If you don't, I'm not going to hold it against you because I offered. But I like the trading. Trading is, they're real relationships that way, in my opinion. Unless, like, of course, you can always split it as friends. But
little trade. Last one from Jessica.
Joshy and Benny and Joshy. Hey, so brevity is key. So here we go. My father-in-law has become the town grifter. He is asking people for money, saying he's going to pay it back with interest, and then he doesn't pay them back, and he doesn't answer their phone calls, and he basically ghosts them. And we keep hearing about this from all kinds of people. We don't live there anymore in the town, but his reputation is completely tarnished. I think my husband should say something to him and basically hold his feet to the fire and make him accountable and make him pay the money back. But my husband thinks it's meddling and it's not our business. What do you think?
I feel very, very terrible for the situation that your husband is in. That's very sad, first of all. I have to assume that unless he's just a bad guy, typically a town grifter that goes to neighbors and asks for money with interest is in some financial ruin. Maybe this person is a gambling addict. Maybe this person is like, there's something wrong. So going to your husband should go to him and find out what's wrong. The idea of like holding his feet to the fire to pay them, he probably doesn't have any money. Like, am I wrong, Josh? Do neighbors approach neighbors saying that they want loans with interest if they have money? Like, no, he went there because he has no money. So to me, natural, like if you care about your father, you force him into rehab. Like this person needs rehabilitation. And that would be what I'd do. But the idea of like putting his feet to the fire, you got to pay him back. Like he's broke.
Yeah, there's no paying back here.
He's broke. Like it's gone.
That money is gone. Say goodbye to that money. But what I will say is on the lighter side, sometimes a local town grifter can be coyote. You know, have you seen this guy Rodney on TikTok?
No, I don't think
Olivia,
so. Describe him to me. Maybe I've seen him. Rodney
lives in Philly and he has become famous and he is freaking cute. He's 71 and he has a degree in finance and he's like the town cutie. I think he's got a little bit of a drinking problem. And he gets a check on the 1st and 15th from like government dole or whatever. And so obviously like that goes pretty quick and he probably needs to stretch like after the 10th or after the 25th. And so he walks around and he's really cute and funny and is, offers some entertainment for everyone who lives in the town and they give him anywhere. I don't think you can accept or should be giving someone like that more than like probably $20 at a time. But usually he's getting $1, maybe $5, sometimes 20 when people are really generous. And the video I saw, it was so cute. He's like talking to this woman and she hands him a 20 and he goes, "What is that?" And she goes, "It's the 20 you asked me for." He goes, "I will pay you back." And she goes, "No, you won't." He goes, "No, I won't because I'm going to spend this like I stole it." And then she goes, "What are you going to get, Ronnie?" He goes, "I'm going to get," and he's holding the beer. He goes, "I'm going to get another beer and some weed." And she goes, "No, Rodney." He goes, "Oh, no, I'm kidding. No, because, I'm going to get some food because I need to eat. I'm going to get a sandwich and some soup." And he goes, "You're one of the good ones. You are one of the good ones."
By the way, is Rodney Queen of Melrose?
Kind of. He's the best. And now he's all over my TikTok algorithm. But
he sounds great. I got to check out Rodney. This person's father-in-law is not Rodney. This person's father-in-law is Snake Oil Steve. And It sounds to me like he went to his neighbors and asked for 10 grand. I don't think he's going around asking for 20s. Your reputation doesn't get tarnished for like walking around and asking for 20s, right? Like this guy, to me, sounds bad. And all that I'll say, I heard Kevin O'Leary say this and I loved it. Do not loan someone money like that ever expecting to be paid back.
Oh yeah.
I think it's equally on the lender as it is the person who's asking for the money. Because if you're somebody's neighbor and they come to you and they're like, "I need 10 grand, I'll pay you back with interest," it's never coming. It will never come back. So be strong enough to say no or be generous enough to say yes.
And by the way, that's not just grifter. That's if you're investing in a friend's restaurant, in their app, in their new business, like
Totally.
they could literally do their very best and it won't work out. So
Totally.
give it away. Like if
Give
you
it
have
away.
the
Give it
money
away.
to invest, give it away.
Give it away. Give it away or don't give it at all. Agreed.
Should we get to our What Are You Nuts?
We absolutely should, Josh. Would you like to describe to our patrons what our What Are You Nuts moment of the week is?
I would love to. Our What Are You Nuts moment of the week are our gripes with people, places, and things, both big and small, whatever, sticking in your craw. Ben, what do you got?
I'm a slave to my Brita, Josh. The Brita is a What Are You Nuts? I never was a Brita guy, okay? Pre-pregnancy, pre-baby, I'm hocking these water bottles. But let me tell you, breastfeeding women drink an incredible amount of water. We're talking gallons of water. As a result, I love water, so I'm also drinking water. We have 2 hydro jugs, okay? They're off-brand Stanleys, 2 hydro jugs. And we, I guess, live in an apartment where we don't want to use the tap. We're using a Brita. Claudia bought the Brita. She loves the Brita. Josh, I'm a slave to this Brita. I pour out the Brita. I immediately have to refill it. It takes, 5 minutes for the thing to bubble back up. This Brita is a full-time job. You fill it up, you pour it out. It's completely useless. Brita's What Are You Nuts? There is a better way, which is putting a filter on your sink.
Oh,
There
I
is a
have
better
one.
way.
I'm rich.
Britas are nuts.
I think it would only be a value add. I know you rent, but I would spend the $1,500 or whatever it is and have a handyman come in and do it up, babe. It will be the gift that keeps on giving.
Is it that? I won't say cheap, but is it that range? If it's $1,500, no question.
The filter can't be more than honestly, I think it's probably just all you're doing, right, is you're sawing a circular hole into the metal part of the sink. And then you're like, ours lives right under. We have filter water and we have immediate boiling water. It's fabulous.
Wow, that's rich. Immediate boiling water. So you're making a cup of tea like that.
Like that. As fast as I want it.
Wow.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
that's
English
sick.
breakfast, mint, Cylon. I think that's just a color.
It's like, what is Cylon? That is wonderful. Okay, yeah, I'm going to look into it because the Brita, I'm sorry. They weren't going to pay us anyways. What are you, nuts? Brita's nuts. I'm
hard.
a slave to my Brita. I'm a Brita slave.
Invest. Do it up. Do it up. You got
Brita
this.
slave. I got this.
My What Are You Nuts is I'm trying to decide which one I want to do. Okay. My What Are You Nuts is ticking clocks. The other day I was doing this show, this sketch comedy show, and I was sitting in this green room or like my own little dressing room, and they had like this beautiful old school clock sitting on one of the tables, and all of a sudden I'm just there in the quiet and I hear, Ben, I thought I was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I was like, if this fucking thing, what if I wanted to take a nap? I got to listen. Aren't we past the tick and the talk? Aren't we? It's over. Ticking clocks? This should just be a phrase. We're done. We've graduated. I get it. It's good in an automatic watch. You want to wear a Rolex? Fine. I don't need it. I think
Awful.
I'm like, I thought I was going to lose it.
It's a complete What Are You Nuts? We're both clearly very sensitive to noise, though. I'm sure some people wouldn't bother. For me, I hear that. I'm done.
I'm thinking there's a bomb under me.
I'm done.
I think I'm in
done.
an episode of Charlie's Angels. This is nuts. What am I,
would lose
Mission
my-
Impossible?
I would lose my mind.
But-
I would lose my mind.
By the way, another supplementary. What are you nuts? Hey, Tom Cruise, get a stunt man. Don't do your
You
own
should-
stunts. What are you nuts?
Nuts. That's nuts.
You're 60.
You should. It's time.
It's time.
You know what else it's time for, Josh? Time for us to end our show.
Yep.
Which is 5 stars. Otherwise, what are you nuts? Listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. Watch us on YouTube. Share our clips. Instagram and TikTok. Mondays and Thursdays, folks. We will see you next time.